Kill me! I'm here! Kill me!
Hey everybody, this is Matthew Movies coming at you, and I have a simple question for you. Have you ever wanted to watch a Western movie that stars a bunch of the up-and-coming male stars of the 80s, some of whom have fallen by the wayside, but were big up-and-comers at the time? Then I got the movie for you, and I'm reviewing it today, Young Guns. This movie has one hell of a cast. Emilio Estevez, Kiefer Sutherland, Lou Diamond Phillips, Charlie Sheen, Dermot Mulroney, Casey Siemaszko, Terrence Stamp, Jack Palance, Terry O'Quinn, which, for those of you who don't recognize the name of Terry O'Quinn, he would go on to be one of the stars of Lost. And this is just one of the movies that, as a kid, I absolutely loved. And basically, the plot of the movie, for those of you who haven't seen it, and you definitely should if you're a Western fan, I think. I mean, you know, it's very different than the Westerns of Europe, but definitely still is a great entry into the genre, in my opinion. Basically, the plot of the movie is there's a bunch of guys who are kind of thugs, or, you know, kind of on the wrong side of the law, and then they all get brought in by a gentleman who is looking to kind of school them and make them into great members of society that will actually be able to live a more peaceful life. And then that gentleman is killed, and they set out to take out the gang of folks that take out their mentor, and they end up getting deputized, and it's them going across the land trying to take out like Jack Palance's character and all of his cronies, and it's just an awesome movie. And then there's like a reversal where basically he's hunting them, and this movie has one of my favorite climaxes in film history, and just the camaraderie between all the male actors in this movie is just spectacular. And it's also really cool because like a lot of these people are playing kind of historical figures, and this movie is not accurate really by any stretch of the imagination, but it's kind of cool to see them. Like Emilio Estevez is supposed to be Billy the Kid, and Kiefer Sutherland is Doc Scurlock, and you know, seeing these young kind of guys at the time playing these almost mythical figures of the old Western world is really cool, and seeing how they interact with one another is great. Like Lou Diamond Phillips is the only guy who's supposed to be like an Indian character, like Native American character at the time. It was called Indian, and he's a knife thrower, and you know, there's definitely parts you could possibly argue that are kind of playing on the stereotypes, but it's not a negative portrayal, but I do want to warn people that could potentially take away from this movie for some people. But for me, it was never an issue, because it felt like more of a, like, it's not, there are people that are racist to him in this movie, but they're portrayed as the idiot bigots, and he's portrayed as the guy who, you know, happens to have the patience to deal with them, and then eventually turns them around, and they realize the error of their ways. So that never bothered me. The cast of this movie is one of the major strengths of it. Like, not only the young guys who were all really great, but also like the villain Jack Palance. He's chewing the scenery a little bit to be evil, but he is very entertaining. Terry O'Quinn, like I said before, an actor you would recognize from Lost. He played John Locke on Lost. This is a very different kind of character for him than a lot of the ones that he's most notable for, like that in Lost and The Stepfather. But like in this movie, he's basically one of the only people that are willing to lend a hand to the main heroes of the movie. He's great. But the movie across the board I find very entertaining. But this movie really comes down to its climax, which I'm not going to go into because, you know, I'm kind of anti-spoilers. But basically, the main guys, when they're fighting to survive. It's just such an awesome sequence, and especially like the very end of this movie is especially great. And this is a movie that I watched a lot as a kid with my old man, and you know, it's always stuck with me since, and I'm a big fan. So those are my thoughts on Young Guns. Let me know in the comments below if you're a fan, if you've seen the movie, if you know about the movie, and please hit that like button and subscribe and hit that notification bell. I'd love it if you guys let me know what you thought, and one of the best ways to do that is to stick around by knowing when I put out videos, and that's the best way to do that. So other than yourself, please have a nice day. Other than yourself, bye.